And joining us now to discuss, the host of The Briefing on Newsmax 2, Ed Henry, former Obama campaign director Robin Biro, and investigative columnist at the Daily Signal, Tony Kinnett. Welcome to all of you this afternoon.
Good to see you.
Ed, I'm going to start with you here. President Trump, we know, going as quickly as he can. Do you think that he's going to be getting all of these approved, or do you think he's just trying to throw as many names out there as possible to shake things up at this early stage?
Well, most presidents-elect have to end up losing one or two nominees for various reasons, things that come up in the confirmation process and whatnot. I actually think he's going to do better than a lot of people are assuming. There's a lot of assumptions that Matt Gaetz and Pete Hegseth can't get through. I wouldn't assume anything right now. Donald Trump is going to fight for his nominees. There's now reports that whether he uses recess appointments or the Federal Vacancies Reform Act, which is a recent law that would allow him to appoint someone like Matt Gaetz for like a couple hundred days. He will use every tool at his disposal because I think Donald Trump is very clear that he had a landslide, he has a mandate, and the American people voted for his agenda. So he's picking these people, by the way, as you mentioned before, at a rapid pace, highly qualified individuals, and wants to get them in place so he can govern from day one. And I think he's going to do anything he can to do that.
Couldn't agree more. He did get a mandate, Ed. House Speaker Mike Johnson talked about some of the appointments Trump is making leading up to him getting in office here. I'm going to play the soundbite from over the weekend.
What I'll say about the nominees that the president has put forward is that they are persons who will shake up the status quo. And I think what the American people have believe and what they've delivered with the mandate in this election is a demand that we shake up the status quo. It's not working for the American people. So use the term in the opening about how these are disruptors. They are. I think that's by design.
And Tony, is that not, to Ed's point, what the American people signaled on election night?
That's precisely what the American people ordered in their electoral push on Election Day. And by the way, it should be noted that for most of the United States history before the Wilsonian administrative state era, where he was trying desperately to copy Prussia, the United States staffed its highest positions in the very infantile bureaucracy with citizens. You're not supposed to have some swivel chair general who's only ever sat in an office, directing absolutely everything from all of his lobbyist friends and his special secret connections that he's made living in Washington, D.C. the entire life. I think that what American people are seeing right now is that Donald Trump wants to come right out of the gate with a bunch of citizens and individuals who have proven themselves in the private sector, not just in those hallowed halls of the swamp.